COPWATCH, policing the police every single day.
Want to get away from my car, I can get out safely. Get out away from the car and I can get him out. All you have to do is wait for her to get away. All you have to do is walk away from my car. This is why we're here, because you attack me all the time. All you have to do is walk away from my car. Okay, then we're gonna sit here. I don't know what you want to do.
Unlock the door, pumpkin. She's not your mommy, okay? Open the door.
If you just walk away. Cool. Now I can get you out of the car. It doesn't have to be this hard, man. Come in.
Fuck off my kid! No rights to my children. Did I touch your car?
Were you
No.
right next to it? All I asked you to do is step away so I could get him out of the car safely.
I wasn't.
Safely? Because, did you just attack me when I got out of the car? Yes.
I grabbed my son because you're holding him hostage.
I'm not trying to get him out of a car safely is not holding him hostage.
Walking him away from his mother is an ignorant
to
thing to do when
a
I'm standing right
sidewalk
here,
out
you
of a
stupid
parking-
little girl. You have no freaking clue what you're talking about.
Okay.
I
Have a
hope
great
when
day.
you get pregnant, that baby dies.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Hello. Are you involved in this?
Yes, sir.
All right. Has she talked to you yet? Or?
She talked to me.
She talked to you?
Yeah.
All right. So what's going on? She talking to the other person right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is my ex-husband's girlfriend, the one he cheated on me with.
Okay.
And she has no part of our exchange process. I was not informed she was bringing my child to me.
Okay.
But besides that fact, I parked my car here, like I always do, to pick him up when we do our exchanges at this location. I noticed it was her driving up, so I got out of my car, waited for her to park. And then I come off almost where that silver car is parked, next to her white Land Rover, to wait for them to exit so I can get my son, like I always do. And she was refusing to get out of the car and was refusing to let him out. And so I waited a couple minutes, maybe, I don't know what she was doing. And she was still not getting out. So I go and look in her window. I'm like, hello, are you getting out? And she's like, no, you got to step over there on the sidewalk. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm like, I'm here to get my son. Nowhere's in my paperwork says I have to step onto a sidewalk to get him. And she's like, I'm not getting out until you step over there. So I'm like, then I'm going to get the phone and call the police and have them help me with the situation. And so as I went to grab my phone from my car, she got out, but she was holding him tight purposely to not let him come to me. So I'm like, give me my son. And she's like, starting her, no, this is, I'm like, first of all, who are you to hold my son away from me and keep him from me?
And your ex is not here at all?
No, he's not. He did not inform me this was going to be an issue today. And so I grabbed my son from her arms because she has no rights to keep him from me. And she was holding him tighter to not release him to me.
Okay.
Like, I don't understand what the issue is. Like, she's not part of this exchange process. I don't understand why she's holding him away from me. She's in fear because I'm not standing on a sidewalk. Like, what?
And do you have custody paperwork through the courts that says exchange here?
We have, no, the exchange doesn't have to be here. This is just an agreed upon location for exchanges when.
Okay. But do you have paperwork for the exchanges? Yeah. And that's just you and your ex that are listed in that?
Right. Me and my ex are listed on it, and then if anyone else is going to be part of that, it's typically family. So it's either, if, like, for example, if I couldn't pick my son up, I would tell him my mom's on her way to pick him up.
Okay.
So.
All right. And is this the first time that she's ever done the exchange?
She's dropped him off, I believe, one other time at this location.
And you didn't have any issues
then?
then?
My ex I'm like, I don't agree with her being in part of this exchange process because she's always causing conflict.
Okay. And that was the last time you did it, there was no problems?
Yeah, she was very hesitant in giving him to me, but like she didn't like not release him like she did today.
Why would she, was there any reason why she would say that she wanted you on the sidewalk? Has there been any like past arguments between you guys?
They're just petty. Him and her try to make bigger deals out of nothing.
Okay.
Honestly, she tries to manipulate my kids and try. Oh, your mom's a bad person. Look what we have to have her do. I'm like,
Okay.
there's no proof. There's no evidence. There's no history of me ever doing any harm to her, my ex, or my kids. So.
How long has the custody agreement been in place?
For 4 years.
4 years. And
Well, it got resubmitted, I want to say, October 2019.
so about 2 years ago,
So, yeah.
well, a little over a year ago.
A year ago.
All right.
Because we went back to court and had to readjust what our court agreement said, because in the original court agreement it wasn't very clear because my ex-husband did the paperwork and didn't have any legal help.
Okay.
So no officer could ever help us in situations like this. So we had it more concretely done. But now he's causing issues when he gets her involved because she's always causing some type of problem.
Have you ever thought about going back again and getting it where the exchange can only be you or certain people, or?
Yes.
So that might be a good idea. That way
yeah.
you can eliminate that portion
Exactly.
of it. So.
And that's part of my current plan, but also I need to get the, what I was told, the FBI involved because he's using my identity for multiple things that are affecting my credit now.
Okay.
So,
All right.
up till now, I'd been dealing with the Sarasota police because that's our other exchange location.
Okay.
But because he's a Sarasota firefighter, they completely protect him and keep covering up for him. So I haven't gotten anywhere.
So do you live here or does he live here?
I live here.
You live here, and he lives in Sarasota?
Sarasota.
Okay. What is your first name?
Priscilla. Priscilla.
It's Priscilla.
Yes.
And your middle initial?
I.
Last name?
Overstreet.
Just like it sounds?
Yes.
And what is your date of birth?
10/17. 1983.
Province 47 by name and date of birth.
And phone number for you?
305-395-6018.
First name Michelle, Mary
That's all right.
Ido, Charles Henry Edward,
way?
Lincoln Edward, middle initial E. Edward,
Nicola.
last name Campbell, Charles Adam Mary, Paul
Both.
Yeah.
Boy Edward,
working anywhere?
Lincoln, date
Yes.
of birth
Where you working?
8/10/1993 on a white
Peltz,
female.
Peltz.
Peltz.
Yeah.
Is that in Port Charlotte?
That's in South Sarasota.
South Sarasota.
628, please.
Where were you born at?
Dallas, Texas.
Good.
Have an email address?
The
Be
letter
a
P,
Florida specialty
Ford
tag.
Street.
Gonna be Henry Adam Adam.
2450.
At
Gonna be on a gray Ford. Check for 29.
No injuries or anything like that right now?
No.
So he's okay?
Yeah.
Alright. What is his name?
J-O.
J. Last name? Overstreet?
Yeah.
Okay. Is what's his date of birth? And does he live with you primarily, or is it 50-50
It's,
custody?
I have the kids 62%. He has them 38%.
Okay. And what's your address?
It's 1202 Ronald Street, Northport.
Northport 1 William 11. 28 showing signal 10 out of Illinois, but the events do not match.
About how tall is he?
Oh, I don't know. Good question.
Let's see, he's probably, I'm gonna guess you're probably right about 2.5 feet, probably.
Yeah.
So we'll say,
Yeah, sounds right.
we'll say that it doesn't have to be exact. We just for
Okay.
Northport 11.
for documentation purposes, we just have to add all the
Absolutely.
information. So, about how much does he weigh?
I want to say 40 pounds.
40.
Reference your shell subject.
Brown eyes also.
27 valid, 29 feet clear.
Oh, thank you.
And where was he born at?
Sarasota.
Does he have a job?
Does he have a job? Yes, he learns on film. Tell him that's his job.
Northport 1 Edward 14 1074.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wait until talk to her and see what's going on that side, and then we'll go from there. And let you know what's
Northport 1
gonna
William
happen,
14
all right?
1074.
All right.
Hi, buddy.
Yes, we're standing by for turn 4.
So, where's your vehicle at?
Mine's right over there, PINELLAS.
Well, if you want to sit in the vehicle, I mean, you can stay out here. If you're more comfortable in the vehicle, you can. It's up to you. It's whatever you want to do. So just don't leave just yet, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you. You know, based on what you're telling me and everything, and she does have video of the incident, you could be possibly charged with a battery for that, you know, even though that it's your child and everything, you still forcefully grabbed her and put your hands on her. So, but right now the incident's going to be documented and everything like that, so probably what you should have done, and I'm not telling you what to do, what you should have done is just backed off and continue to call us and let us come, and we can resolve the situation here without you having to, you know, do what you did. So,
Right.
you know, and not only
From
for
a mother's perspective, it's hard to...
totally understand. I totally understand, but you also got to think of, you know, the safety of your child and everything. I mean, in the struggle, he could have fell and hit his head or something like that, or got hurt. You know, there's a whole lot of things you got to think about, and I totally understand the mother's perspective. I totally understand that, but sometimes you got to look at the whole picture, you know, and just for the safety of everybody involved. So hopefully that you can get this resolved and you won't have to do child exchanges anymore like this, but I recommend you do that. Go back to the courts and get it where it's just you and your ex that do the child exchanges, or specify people that can do the changes on each side. You know, so you don't have to put yourself or your son or anybody else in this position again. So just trying to make it safe for everybody, okay?
Right.
So do you have any questions? Nothing? Okay. This will be documented, so if you ever need a copy of the report or whatever you want, then you can just come here and get that, okay?
Okay. And then from going forward, what happens with this report?
I don't know. It could be reviewed by the state attorney, and if they feel that it's warranted for a charge or something, that possibly could happen
Northport
down the road.
TSA 1074.
So, but I don't know. They wouldn't. You'll get notified of it.
Okay.
So what's happening? But you know, right now we're doing it this way instead of anybody going to jail or anything like that.
Okay.
So, but I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, because I don't know. We're just documenting it right now. We're documenting her side of the story, your side of the story.
Okay.
You know, we're going to document both sides of it, what you said. So if the state attorney has any questions or anything like that or whatever, they would call you. So, okay?
Okay.
All right. But just like I said, just for you to reference, just to make it safe for you and everybody, and try to avoid these situations if it comes down to it, even if it's with your ex or something like that. If you feel unsafe or it's not, call us. We'll come and we'll try to resolve it that way. Nobody has to get hurt. Nobody has to do anything like that, and it makes it safe for everybody. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
Would you guys be able to file that report for me for him using my identity?
So you would have to. It'd be Sarasota, since he's living there. Well, actually,
Sarasota's refusing
no.
to help.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. So you live here, right?
Yes.
So, and it hasn't been documented at all.
The one police officer that he twisted my words to make it seem like I was an ignorant woman that doesn't know what I'm doing in life.
Okay.
He said the ex-wife does not remember if she gave him permission to use her information. I remember clearly I've never given him permission to use my information.
When did this happen? Were you married?
No, this is all since we've been separated and divorced.
But
he's using my information now, currently.
what is he using it for?
Well, previously he was using it for his previous address. I just bought this house here. So when they ran my credit report, they presented all this stuff that came up, and I'm like, that's not mine. And then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, that's my ex-husband's information, and if it's showing up on my credit report, he's using my information.
What is he using it to obtain, though? What is he doing?
Residency in his apartment, previous to the one he's at now, the one he's at now, his business, because he screwed up his credit. So I'm assuming he's not being honest with this.
So are you saying that he's like filing for loans and stuff like that and putting your name on it, or?
I believe so.
Because I mean, if he was doing something like that, then you would have to sign for it or anything like that, and he's.
But he has my name on his current lease right now.
And you guys weren't married when he got that lease?
We've been separated.
Okay, I'm just asking the question.
Yeah.
So, okay.
We separated back in 2016, before he was born.
Okay.
This resident he's been there for maybe a year and a half.
Do you have any documentation showing all this stuff or whatever?
I can see if it's still in the file when I applied for the loan.
Alright.
But the fact that I just applied for something and I got denied is bizarre to me, because I don't do anything to ruin my credit.
Okay.
So that gives me belief that he's still using my information.
Well, I'm just going to tell you this to make it as easy as possible.
Okay.
We could take the report right now, and absolutely, we would do it. But if you could go get the documentation showing it, it's going to be a whole lot better.
Yeah, I don't know if I have.
So
they just the loan company, they were just submitting things through my email and I don't know if that thing's been closed since I closed on my house.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's there. Like, it's not printed papers.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to.
All through.
You would basically, if you're saying you're using your credit, you would have to run, a credit report, show that your name's on all that stuff, get the documentation with that and all that, because we can document a report, but without any evidence or any proof, there's nothing we can do.
Right, but that's something I need in order to go to the higher authority. I've called, I've been talking to so many people, and everybody's refusing to help, especially Sarasota, because he's a firefighter and they're trying to protect him. And he keeps holding me back in like all aspects. He claimed all 3 kids on this past tax season, and he was only supposed to claim 2.
Well, that would be stuff for the courts, to go back to the courts to do.
But when I call my lawyer's protecting him.
How would your lawyer protect him? I don't understand.
He's like, oh no, just don't worry about it, and just tell him so that way he could fix it.
Okay.
And so I told my ex, I'm like, you need to, have this, fixed and, adjusted. And he is refusing. So luckily, like, I have an uncle that works for the IRS for the past 40 years that helped me in that situation. But why do I need to go around?
Yeah, I don't.
So many situations.
I don't even understand why. I mean, that should just be if the court, if your divorce papers and everything say you file 1 year and he files the next year, then that's how it should happen, and that should be an easy fix to the lawyer. And I don't understand why your lawyer is not doing that. I would probably consider getting a new lawyer or something. But I'm not giving you legal advice. You have to do what you want to do on that. So I don't even understand that portion of it.
Yeah,
so
he's not even my lawyer anymore.
So
I don't have one anymore.
So, but I would definitely try to get a lawyer, get some advice from him on that, a new lawyer, and get some legal advice on how to do that, because if it's documented and that the judge decided that's what you have to do, then that's what you have to do, and you could easily get that taken care of back in court, civil court. So, and you don't.
Because there's also a stolen credit card he maxed out of mine that nobody's helping me with either, and I'm just like, it's piled up so high. I'm so beyond frustrated, and then when he throws this child at me with her issues and not releasing my child, like, that's when things escalate.
Okay. So you have absolutely no documentation or anything of any of this stuff?
No, nobody would help me. I tried to call the...
I mean, if you can run a credit report for yourself, that doesn't take any, any person to approve it or whatever.
My credit was already ran, and it was presented to me. And
so do you have that documentation showing that that's on there?
no, it's not. It was through an email from the people that did my loan.
So do you still have the email?
I don't know. Like I
Okay.
said, I would have to go back through there. But
Okay, well, look, this is what I'm going to tell you to do, okay? And I'm not trying to push you away. When you have the time today, 20 minutes, whenever it is, go through all the stuff, see if you can get any of the documentation. And then call us, and we will come out there, and we will document that report. But you see if you can find the email, any of the proof you have, any of the stuff.
that's not what I was told. But okay.
What do you mean that's not what you were told?
I was told that I could make a police report with having known facts, like
But you have
getting the paperwork.
But you need to have some documentation behind it. Like you need to show the email showing that it was put on there, or your name was put on there, or whatever. I mean, you can't just come here and say, look, this is what happened, and no proof of it. You have to be able to show proof that something is actually there. Anybody can come in. I can come in and say that you filed, information in my name.
So when somebody presents this information to me and shows it to me through, like my whole credit that they pulled, like, that's not enough.
That's absolutely enough. Do you have that? I'm asking you, do you have that documentation?
And I don't know. Like, I closed on my house, and there's been.
So that's what I'm telling you. Well, that's what I'm telling you. Go home and look and see, and make sure you have that. If you're telling me that these people showed you all this stuff,
Correct.
so if you have that, perfect. That's what we need, and we can show that there's been a fraud or misuse of your personal information or whatever it is. So I don't think you're quite understanding me.
I do understand.
So I'm not saying.
I was told that I don't need that document. I was told that.
Who told you this?
Whoever I turn this over into the hands of, they dig and get all the evidence that they need.
Well, they will, but you got to show the proof that there's something there first, and then if there's proof that there's something there, then yes, they will dig into it and they will look to it. They will subpoena who they need to.
Doing everybody's job. I will.
So. But that's not everybody's job. I don't understand why you're getting frustrated with me. That's not everybody's job. You have to be able to show that there's something illegally going on.
Because I have shown people in the past, and they did nothing for me.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry for you dealing with those people, whoever it is. But if you call us and you have that documentation, absolutely, we're going to do it, and we're going to take it. We're going to take copies of it, and we're going to send it to our detectives, and they're going to look into it. Absolutely. And I'm sorry if you have to work or any of that stuff. I totally understand how life is. But if you can go home right now and you can find it in 10 minutes, call us right back.
He's been sitting this whole time. I can't just.
I understand all that stuff. But
I know. I understand.
So are you gonna look for it or?
Of course,
Okay.
I'm doing everything in my power to
Okay.
get him arrested and lose his job, and to make sure
Okay.
because he's been. It's okay. You can keep stealing her credit cards, stealing her information. I have to deal with it. I'm paying that credit card because nobody would listen.
So I mean, now you're saying that he's stealing credit cards. Do you have any proof of that? Do you have documentation or the credit statements and all that stuff?
No, he hid those from me. When he had all my statements going to him.
Okay.
So if that was all hidden from me, I didn't have anything. When I wrote the letter to the judge saying, hey, I have no clue of this. This was my ex-husband's doing. He stole my credit card because when I looked in my wallet, it wasn't there. And add 2 and 2 together, and come to find out, it was all going to him.
So this was dealt with in court already?
I had to deal with the credit card company. The credit card companies, ended up suing me because of this. And I said, I can't pay it. I didn't even make the purchases. I didn't max out my card for $6,000 worth of
North for TP12 1074.
And when I asked him about it, he's like, you owe me. And he's like, deal with it. And so there's no hard evidence, so nobody's able or willing to do anything to help me with that situation. So it's just one thing after another, and it's like.
Were you both on the credit card?
No, I would never put him on that credit card. Never.
Okay. And you don't get the statements anymore? How does he get them if your name's still on it? How?
No, this is before. This is when we were married.
Oh, still married.
He stole it when we were.
Well, see
in our separation period.
That's totally different. When you're married, under Florida law, everything you have is 50-50. So if he took your credit card while you're married and did that, there's absolutely nothing we can do about that. That becomes civil. That's why I asked you before about if you guys are married at any point at this. If he did that while you were married, there's nothing law enforcement can do with that because you're actually legally married in the state of Florida. So.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not telling you that just to push something off. That's just the law.
Yes, I understand that.
If you're legally married,
but this is my point. Like he was getting away with all these things. You know what I mean? It's just because the law, this or that, and it's going to keep happening. And this is just the system. Yeah, I get it.
Well, I mean, I totally understand too. But if you're divorced now and there's stuff still happening, absolutely, you bring that stuff to us.
Oh, absolutely, and this is why I'm not stopping.
And if there's stuff, you bring that documentation to us and everything, so we can document the report, send it to our detectives, and it will be investigated. I guarantee you. Okay. So, but I just want you to know that if anything happened while you were married, that's civil. It's not criminal. So you got to make sure that any of the stuff that happened is after the divorce was final.
No, this stuff is after my divorce.
Okay, no, I'm just
100% after it.
Perfect.
The only thing that was during the divorce was with him stealing my credit card.
Okay. Okay.
Which is why I pay for it now, because I'm like, okay, I'm the loser that married the idiot. So, I just do what I have to do.
Okay. Well, just do me a favor. Like I said, just get that documentation of everything you have after, and then as soon as you get that stuff, call us, and we'll gladly take that report for you and write it up and get our detectives to look into it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. Well, good luck. Any other questions? No. All right.
What happened? What's your name?
Priscilla.
Priscilla. What happened, Priscilla? Are you who called?
I called, and then the child that is holding my child against
I'm on with the caller.
her name is the one that also called.
Okay, so you're
I'm the
came
mother.
with the you're a biological mother, and you came here to give them the kid
No, I came here to pick up my son.
to pick him up.
The exchange is supposed to be between me and my ex-husband,
Right.
or another family member. She's not family. All I did was what I always do: get out of my car, go stand nearby the vehicle, and wait for them to get out of the car.
Okay.
She said that she wasn't going to get out of the car unless I stood over on the sidewalk. I said, there's no reason for that, A. B, she has no rights to my child, so just get out the car and open the door so I can get my son.
Okay.
And she was refusing, so I went to my car to grab my phone so I can call the police, that way they can help me with the situation.
Right.
So because I stepped away for a moment, she got out, but she was holding my son. She would not let him go.
What, were you still holding on to him, or no?
I never had him.
Okay.
She
grabbed him?
She had him because
Okay.
he was in her car. He was just coming from my ex-husband's home.
Gotcha.
So, I said, give me my son, and she was refusing. She's holding on to him, like, for what reason?
Right.
A, you're not the parent. B, you're not part of this exchange process. I'll show you my court documents. And what right do you have to hold my kid away from me, the mother?
Right.
None. So I go to grab my son, and she's holding him tighter against her, like not releasing him.
Right. Is he okay?
He's startled and he's upset, clearly, but he's okay.
Is it them in that car right there?
This is her Land Rover.
Oh, it's in the white vehicle? Okay. She's there with your ex right now?
My ex is not here. I don't know where he's at. I don't know why he's not here for the exchange, and he sent his girlfriend.
Did he tell you that he was going to send her?
No, he did not communicate this with me.
Okay. What is her name?
Michelle Campbell.
Michelle. Okay, I'm going to go talk to her. She's
Okay.
right here, okay? You think she's inside? Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Michelle? Do you mind coming here and talking to me? Okay. So, were you who called?
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened?
So we are supposed to be in a police station because she's erratic.
North for window 11, 1074.
She's threatening me and all sorts of things. And typically when we meet here, I park where she parks, and she parked over here, and I get out, get the child to the sidewalk, and he walks to her, so that we don't have to be around each other or anything. The last time I came, she came up, and by the time I was getting him out of the car, she was over top, sorry, she's over top of my shoulder, and I was like, can you please step out, because she's tried to attack me multiple times. Today when I get here and I park, she pulls up and she's standing right beside his, or she walks out and stands right beside his door. I said, I'm not getting out of the car.
And he's in the back.
Yeah, it's not safe. And she's asked, I have no video. She's asking me, is there a problem? And I'm like, yes, if you can please back away from the car, I can get out. And she's like, I'm holding my child hostage. And she's screaming, and she's getting up against the window, and I'm like, this is exactly, if you can just step back, I can, and she's like, I don't have to step back. And she's telling me to unlock the door, and then she finally was like, I'm going to go call the police. So she goes back to her car to get her phone. I open the door to get out with Joe to get into the sidewalk, and she runs up, grabs me, is trying to pull Joe out of my hands. And then she's gripping.
Did you restrain him at any, like hold him back at any point?
I was just holding him trying to get into the sidewalk, like having him in my arms to walk through the sidewalk.
Okay.
Then she started, and she was trying to pull the cell phone out of my hand. She was screaming in my face, and I just...
Did she ever hit you or push you?
I don't know. It was all very...
It was more just grabbing the child?
I mean, she was grabbing him, she was grabbing my hands and my arms, and I just...
She grabbed your hands and your arms?
Yes.
To try to get him off?
To try to get me to drop her kid on the floor. Like, I'm just trying to put him down, and she's like, you're trying to take him away from me. I said, I'm trying to get out of the parking lot and put him over here. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Did she hurt you, or you seem a little shaken up, but...
Yeah.
Has this happened before?
Yeah.
Let's walk outside, because... She's here, she's standing on the sidewalk. Okay. She said you had the kid was in the back seat. She walks up to the car. You said, give me a moment, back up so I can get him out. And then, thank you. And then she walks back to her car to get her phone. You said you have footage of it. Can I see it? Hello?
She said that once because when she grabbed it, started grabbing it. I don't know how it just turned off.
Get out away from the car, and I can get him out. All you have to do is wait for her to get away.
Which one's her car? That one? The Maxim?
All you have to do is walk away from my car. This is why we're here, because you attack me all the time. All you have to do is walk away from my car. Okay, then we're gonna sit here. I don't know what you want to do.
Where is the father?
He's at work. He's a firefighter, so he has to go to work at 8 a.m. We only have to exchange like once a freaking month, man. That's all I have to do. I try to stay away as much as possible.
Does he work
If you just walk
In
away.
Sarasota County.
Cool. Then I can get you out of the car.
Did you get the part where she grabbed you?
I don't know if we can see it or not.
My kid!
So then she came over top of my back and started grabbing me.
Where's the other video?
This is just like afterwards, as soon as I can like, get it
You
back
didn't
on.
have him at that point, right? In the other video?
Yeah, I had because I pulled him from the back seat thing as I walked around the back.
Did you just attack me when I got out of the car? Yeah, I grabbed my son because you're holding him hostage.
So at the end of that video, did you have him on you?
Walking him away from his mother is an ignorant thing to do when I'm standing right here, you stupid little girl. You have no freaking clue what you're talking about. I hope when you get pregnant, that baby dies. That's awesome. Good for you.
Okay. So she pushed you, right?
Yeah, she came over top of my back. She pushed me forward. Then when I tried to like turn around because she's over top of my back, she went over and started grabbing my arms and trying to like. It was just, yes.
I'm gonna talk to my partner before, but do you want to press charges?
If that's a possibility. I mean, I'm tired of this. It's constant. I try to do everything I can to stay away. When I do have to do something, it's so simple to just stand on the sidewalk and he will walk to you. He's 4. He can do that. And she just has to do these kinds of things all the time. And she threatens me every time, and we've tried to put like restraining orders. We try to be where we get here, and if I try to walk inside this building, she will run up and like just grab him in the middle of the street. Like there's nothing we can do.
Are you in fear for your life whenever you're around her?
Yes.
And you didn't want her touching you, obviously,
No.
right?
All I wanted to do was get him out of the car and put him on the sidewalk and go about my day.
I'm just gonna take get some of your information, and then if you want, you can call your other half back. What's your first name?
Michelle Campbell. Oh, sorry. Michelle is my first name.
Michelle.
2 L's.
Do you have a middle initial?
E.
E. Last name?
Campbell. CAMPBELL.
And your date of birth?
8/10/93.
93. And a good phone number for you?
941 457 9592.
Alright, and your license is out of Florida? Okay. Alright, how tall are you?
5'7",
How much do you weigh?
about 140.
40. And where were you born?
Evansville, Indiana.
Indiana. Does she live here in Northport? Yeah. Okay. Are you single, married?
Single.
Single.
And we've been doing these exchanges for over 2 years, so this isn't like it's the first time. And she hates me. It's just been a constant.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Has she ever done this before, to where she's jumped on you?
She has not touched me before, because before I've been able to, I've been able to get away from her before she's been able to. But I have
So this is
other
the
videos,
first time.
Yeah, of her like trying to get through a door and banging on it and screaming that she's gonna F me up. Like,
Right. Do you know if she lives here by herself in Northport, or she has family?
I don't know if she lives with her mom or not. I'm
No.
not sure.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright, just wait right here. If you want, you can wait in your car. But I'm gonna talk to my partner, see what he says. Edward 11 Northport.
What number, 11?
1065 at 27 by name and date of birth.
Go ahead.
First name Michelle, Mary Ida, Charles Henry Edward, Lincoln Edward. Middle initial E Edward. Last name Campbell. Charles Adam Mary Paul Boy Edward Lincoln. Date of birth 8/10/1993 on a white female.
One line, 11 Northport. 628, please.
Oh.
Good. We have Florida specialty tag. It's going to be Henry Adam. HAHAA. Be on a.
Do you mind sending me that video
check for
to my
29.
email?
Sure. Both of them or just the
The first, I don't think I saw the second one, but you can send both.
okay. What's your
C as in Charles,
okay, C is in Charles.
and then Rodriguez. You have it right here.
Rodriguez. Sorry, it did not work. RIDRIG.
Easy.
Okay.
At northportpd.com.
PD.
Can you look at that just to make sure I'm a little shaky? I don't want to not to go to
Okay. It's fine. I'll be here, so I'll confirm if I received it or not. Okay, so while he finishes up, it doesn't look like he's done.
What
you got-
subject you wanted under review?
It's fine. Just send it. I'll know what it's for.
Okay.
So you get here at what time?
Let me look on the video when I started. I was here just 8:15 maybe. 8:17 is when I took the picture first standing close to the car.
8:15.
North for 1 William 11, 28 showing signal 10 out of Illinois, but the events do not match.
So you arrived at 8:15,
Yes.
and you meet once a month. You said.
Yeah, the last time I had one more in between when and that was only because he was sick, not because I had to meet. The
Right.
time before when I actually met her was November 4th, so that was like, and that's when I just put him on the sidewalk and walked her.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
So you got here at 8:15. Was she here already when you got here? So you parked, and then she walked over,
Yeah, before I even like parked my car, she was already halfway behind my car.
and he's sitting in the center. Okay. Is that traffic for over 11?
Reference your shell subject, 27 valid, 29 peak clear.
So far, thank you. Okay, she walked over to the car. You asked her to step away. Okay, and she refused.
North for 1 14, 1074.
And then once you refused a couple of times, she left.
North for 1 William 14,
Yeah, but
1074.
first she was like up against the window and trying to get Joe to unlock the door for her and like.
And for standby for turning door.
Once you wouldn't unlock the car,
She said she was going to call the police. And she went to her car to get the phone. And she was like, she kept like turning around while she was going to get her phone. So I was waiting till she was actually at her car to be able to like get him out because I didn't want her to just run back and do exactly what she did.
okay. Let me see. Do you want to talk to her or you want a sidebar? Alright, give me a second, okay? Sidebar. video. Are you able to send it through text?
Yeah.
Okay, it's 941 374 4741.
4741. Oh, I don't know. 941-374-4741. This is not okay.
Thank you. Are you guys married or no? No. Sorry.
I don't know why it's not working. I don't.
Let me see email again. Oh no, I didn't get it.
No.
So, what I'm gonna do is I am going to write this up. I'm gonna send this up to the state attorney's office. I'm gonna write a KPS on her. It's similar to a warrant. They're gonna overview it, see, they'll decide on the outcome on what they want to do with the situation. This is also gonna be sent up, so they're gonna be, made aware of the situation. My partner is letting her know that try to keep, this transaction at peace, because if it does happen again, then she would definitely go to jail. Okay. So I'm gonna have you. I will be filing charges towards her for battery.
Okay.
So it's just I'm not arresting her right now. It's like kind of getting like a second opinion. So I'll be writing it as a battery, not arresting her right now. I'm gonna send it to the state attorney's office, and then they will let me know if I have enough to arrest her eventually. Okay? But if it does happen again, then for sure.
I don't want it to happen again.
I suggest that next time this happens, you come with another person, or if you sense that she's aggressive, just call us. Actually, just call us. Like, if you're gonna have to do this, we do these all the time, civil standbys. Just call us and we'll stand here with you, and then we'll make the transaction.
Where do
civil.
I
Just call us.
The police station?
Yeah. Just be like, hey, I'm here to make a custody transfer. Do you mind if I have an officer present? We do this all the time.
Northport CSH 1074.
Okay, it's called civil standbys.
Yep.
Just to, keep the peace. Alright, do you want to double check if the email is correct? I really need that video.
I know. I don't want to give it to you. Do you have any way I can just airdrop it to you?
I don't know.
Because I know that will go through. I don't know if it's because I don't have Wi-Fi or like why nothing is going. But it's really frustrating. Because it says it's sent. See here. That's... Unless it was...
Yeah, that's the email.
Like junk or something? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. No, I don't have it. See if you can airdrop it. I don't think this phone has
That capability.
the airdrop.
He says no one's nearby. Gee, are you on Bluetooth by chance?
Let me see. Yeah. Jesus. Okay, it should be on now.
See Rodriguez iPhone.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, I got it. Alright, thank you. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab you a statement sheet and then just have you fill it out, okay? Can you give me your other half's information? I need his first name.
It's Michael, M-Y-C-H-A-E-L.
Middle initial.
A.
Last name.
Overstreet.
And were they married?
Yes.
Or are they still married?
Got it.
And phone number?
Is
88.
yeah.
Okay. And address on his license is valid, is correct, up to date, out of Florida? Okay. Where was he born?
In Washington State.
And how tall is he?
How tall are you? 5'9".
5'9". How much does he weigh?
How much you weigh?
195.
Eye color?
Brown.
Brown.
Hair color?
Brown.
Okay. Divorced, right? Okay. What's a good email address for both of you?
It's MY CHELLE Overstreet @gmail.com.
Okay. That's for you?
It's
I figured it was MY. Okay. So Michael, MYCHAEL, middle initial A, last name.
AEL.
Yeah. CHAEL.
that's what she said.
Yeah.
I heard the same thing you did, Mike.
I said it really fast, sorry. Okay, are you still working on it?
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. So she, after the video cut off, she was still grabbing onto you?
That's why it cut off, because she was holding the phone in it. I don't know. Somehow it made it stop recording.
Okay. I'm not sure if you wrote it here. That you were you in well-founded fear of your life?
What?
Were you in well-founded fear of your life when this was happening?
Yes.
Okay, so if you can write that.
I just didn't know where to put it, and I didn't
Just
want
put
to
it
sound
at the end.
dramatic.
Are you
He's my dad, sorry. We were
father?
going to meet for breakfast.
No, it's fine.
We didn't get to.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. I'm just looking at what you guys have to wear now. And I don't think my back can take that much weight.
Yeah.
It's a lot, that's for sure. It's a lot better here, though, than it is all around the way.
Okay. Do you swear and affirm that everything here is correct? Yes. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to give you a Marcy's Law form, and then I'm going to write the case number, just so you can, if you do want the report on it, you can always request it. Okay?
Dispatch tanker 1 available on the air.
Available on the air, tanker 81.
And that's why they do it here.
You can't have a normal.
You think you're safe
Right.
here.
Yeah, I told her next time to either come with someone or just have us do a civil standby. And like that we can keep the peace. You know, sometimes just being in front of the station isn't enough.
I mean, we try to make it in there, but you can't even make it in there without an interaction before you get in there. So.
Right.
Well, like I said, I'm not telling you what to do. It's just...
I mean, it's not like I enjoy doing this.
No.
I try to avoid it at all costs.
If something like that would happen again, you just, keep it all locked and color and have somebody respond here before you get out of the car. If you think that there's a possibility that there might be.
Or call us before you get here. So we can be outside already. Because we're not in here, we're out somewhere. We're driving around.
I didn't know because we used to meet at Sarasota and there was always like an officer present there, so I didn't know. So.
We don't staff our desks.
Thank you.
Michelle,
Good luck.
good luck.
All right.
I am gonna head end the call.